Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about Attorney General of India, which is being discussed in Article 76 of the Indian Constitution, and which has been only discussed about office of the Attorney General of India. The Attorney General of India is appointed by President of India. The main qualifications of Attorney General of India are he should be qualified as Judge of Supreme Court, which means he should possess the qualification as like the Judge of the Supreme Court. Then only he can be appointed as Attorney General of India. And he should be a citizen of India or judge of high court for minimum 5 years or advocate of high court for minimum 10 years, or else he should be an eminent jurist in the opinion of the president of India. These are the main qualifications of Attorney General of India. Next, the term of Attorney General of India is not fixed because the Constitution doesn't have any term for Attorney General of India, so it is not fixed. For removal procedure also there is no provisions. So there is no procedure to removal also in the Constitution for Attorney General of India. And he can hold the office during the pleasure of president, which means the president can remove the Attorney General of India at any point of time. Next, he can quit his office through resignation by his own, and conventionally he can also resign, which means if a government changes he will also automatically resign his designation, because through the Council of Ministers only the Attorney General of India is appointed by his which means on the advice of Council of Ministers to the President of India only the Attorney General of India is elected. So he'll be resign on his own when the government changes. Next, we look on to the remuneration of Attorney General of India, which is not fixed in the Constitution. So the President will determine the remuneration of the Attorney General of India. Next, the duties of Attorney General of India. He should act as a legal advisor where the President of India refers certain legal matters. So, in those matters only he can act as a legal advisor. And he should perform certain other activities which are assigned to him by the President of India, and some constitution functions or any other laws which provide some functions, no, those functions also he'll perform. And certain other main functions are the Attorney General should appear on behalf of the Government of India in Supreme Court and High Court where the Government of India case is concerned. And under Article 143, the President can ask the Supreme Court opinion in certain cases. In those times, the Attorney General of India will represent in the Supreme Court for asking the opinion of the Supreme Court. Next, we look on to the rights of the Attorney General of India. He have the right of audience in all courts, and he have the right to speak in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the committees of the parliament. He can take part in the proceedings, but he doesn't have the voting right in the parliament. So he have the right to speak and take part in the proceedings, but not to vote. Next, he can enjoy all the privileges as like the member of the parliament. Attorney General also will have the right of enjoyment as like the MP. Next, we look on to the Solicitor General of India, who are the addition to Attorney General of India. that is the Solicitor General of India and the Additional Solicitor of General of India, who are being assisting the Attorney General of India in his official activities. To complete his duty, they will be helping him. So, Article 76 is only speaking about the Office of Attorney General of India. It's not about Solicitor General of India. It is not at all speaking about the Solicitor General of India. It doesn't mention the word even. And Attorney General of India is not a member of a central cabinet. For central cabinet issues regarding the legal issues, there is a law minister appointed, and he'll take care that. So, Attorney General is not a member of central cabinet. Next, we look on to Advocate General of the state, which is being discussed in Article 165 of the Indian Constitution. It is same as like the Attorney General of India, whereas it is for the whole country Advocate General of the state, which is only for the state. And it is only speaking about office of the Advocate General of the state, Article 165, and here he is appointed by the governor and his qualifications are here. He should be qualified as a judge of the high court and he should be a citizen, which means the qualification as like the judge of the high court, only he can be appointed as Advocate General of the state, and he should be a citizen of India, and he should be advocate of high court for minimum 10 years, or he should worked in any other judicial office for minimum 10 years. Next, we look on to the terms. The terms are not fixed in the constitution, so it is not fixed, and the procedure for removal also is not said in the Indian constitution, so there is no procedure for removal too. And he can hold the office during the pleasure period of governor, which means government can remove the um, Advocate General of the state at any point of time, and he can quit his office through resignation, by submitting resignation to the governor, and conventionally he will resign his office when the government changes. As usual, you know that because of the Council of Ministers advice to the governor, only Advocate General of the state is appointed, so conventionally he'll resign his designation when the government changes, and the remuneration is not fixed in the constitution, so he'll receive the salary as determined by the governor of the state. Next, we look on to the duties. The duties are he'll act as legal advisor to the state as regarded or referred by the governor in certain legal matters, and perform certain other activities as assigned by the governor to him. Next, as like the same constitution or any other law which said some functions, means that those functions he will perform, and he will appear on behalf of the state in any court of law within the state. So, any matter regarding the state, on behalf of the state, he'll appear. Who? Advocate General of state. Next, he'll have a right to speak in both the houses of the state legislature and a committee of the state legislature, which is uh, where he can take part in the proceedings, but he doesn't have the voting right in the state legislature. And he can enjoy all the privileges as like the member of the state legislature. Okay, friends, we have covered basically three topics, which are namely Advocate General of the State, Solicitor General of India, and Attorney General of India. Whereas in past year questions of UPSC GS2, there are questions about Attorney General of India in 10 marks, I think so, probably. And they have asked another question also in prelims, Attorney General term is fixed or not fixed. So the term is not fixed. So refer to some of the questions also. Thank you, friends.